Yeah, I mean, I think at O-line, I mean, you can't take, I mean, unless us, I don't know, I hadn't seen it. Is there a 6'1.5", 6'2" O lineman in the NFL? Not center. I don't think so. I mean, I think at O line, you can't, be at that 6'2" spot. I think at receiver now with Rondale Moore and oh God, what's the kid with the Giants? Wandale Robinson and Zach Branch is at Georgia now. You cannot, like, at receiver in that slot. I mean, I'll take a 5'3", 5'5" guy because you're not going to be able to get it. And these guys like Branch and Robinson and Moore that are all 5'8" have proven that, hey, we can play at this level because you can't cover me in the slot now. Offenses have changed now where they're spreading you out and they're going to get those guys spaces. It's not the day of lining a fullback, a tailback up, and two tight ends, and you're trying to get that guy space. There was no space. So now with spreading the field and spreading the defense, you've created space. I would say outside of O-line, probably not. I mean, there's, you're not going to make a habit of going and finding 5'10", 5'9" linebackers. But if a guy's 5'11", 6 foot and can run, what's much more important, Matt, is you got to be able to run. Each level you get up, you got to be able to run a little more, a little more. I can't tell you how many high school coaches call me and or parents and want me to come look at an athlete, and they're a thumper. I mean, they will not, from C gap to C gap. You better not run through there, and and then they're thumping and everything else. But if you don't have the speed to play, because it is such a jump from high school to elite high school ball when you start talking some of these regions that the top 25 teams are in, DeSoto and Duncanville, and go out to the Trinity League, and you got Bosco and Mater Dei and Sierra Canyon and Santa Margarita, and then you go to Georgia and you got Valdosta Lowndes and Colquitt and Camden down there, and some of these regions of football. It's a big jump from just your regular old standard, level AA high school team and stuff. And so each jump you make, it is that's why those players succeed more, because they're already playing at a high level speed. All right. So each level you add, but that's just the speed thing is one thing you can't cover up. It's much more than size. There's not there, but you got to be able to run to play every level you go up. You got to be able to run. And I've seen a lot of good 6'2" linebackers that can't get from sideline to sideline. And that's why they'll end up at a lower level college. Now, listen, that's not a bad thing. You can get a degree. Hell, now you can get some money. You can get some NIL money while you're at that school. Every school has this. We used to have all these fights for quarterbacks. I want to be in the top 5. I was like, why? Every college out there is paying $1 million for a quarterback. Everybody's got a billionaire, alumnus booster, and the going price is $1 million. It doesn't matter whether you play at UNLV or you're playing at Vanderbilt. There's not much difference in the pay. So, landing at a lower school or whatever, or mid-major or a group 4, there's no shame in that. But if you can't run, you're probably going to drop down to a FCS Division I AA or Division II school. That's the difference. Those guys at Division I can run. The guys at FCS are a little bit slower.
So just a quick follow-up on that. If I'm training and I'm trying to find out where I'm at in comparison, are we talking 4.5 to 5.40? Are we talking 4.4 to 4.5? Do you have a metric that you look at? If I'm trying, I'm 40 something, but if I'm trying to get somewhere, what's a good target for me to aim at?
Well, I mean, I'm glad you brought that up, because I want to get one thing out there. I've had high school coaches call me right here and say, Coach, you got to come. We got 10 guys on the team that are running sub 4.4s. Really? Okay. at the National Combine, which is, we hold the National Combine, 600 of the top underclassmen in the country come in the day before the All-American game and do a National Combine with laser testing, not handheld coaching testing. If you go to a combine and they're holding a combine, they're not using laser equipment, don't waste your time, because no colleges are accepting that particular combine info. Just get back in your car and forgo your $40 and just go somewhere else if it's not laser timed and laser measured, whether it's broad jump, high jump, whatever, vertical, whatever, shuttle, 3-cone. It's all got to be on laser. But back to my point, I've had high school coaches call me and tell me they have 8 to 10 guys that are running sub 4.4s at their high school. When we run the 40 down at the Alamo Dome out of 600 kids, I've never seen more than 10 sub 4.4s out of that. It's just not in a makeup of a high school kid. So, when kids are telling you they're running 4.4, chances are they aren't. There's more realistically a time in high school, a good time in high school is 4.6. And then when you get to college, it's 4.5. Look at the NFL draft, the NFL combine. I think they only had 22 sub 4.4s out of 300 of the best players going into the draft. And so for high schoolers to think, oh man, I don't run a 4.4. I'm not a good time in high school is 4.6 for your skill guys getting into the 4.5s. If you're a receiver, a DP and stuff. But, there's very few people, unless it's a track guy that's just happened to be playing football, that run a 4.4 40 in high school. You just don't see it.